In today's video, me and Det Somerset are once again continuing our series of seeing who can survive the longest in every zombies map. We made it to the final map of World at War, and now that we have Pack-a-Punch, it should honestly be a breeze. Or so we thought. Like the video and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Enjoy.
I'm surprised that isn't like capable of doing 4K 144.
Because it's not HDMI 2.1 supported.
Oh, that's right.
So it only supports DisplayPort and HDMI 2.0. The highest that you can do out of either of those is 1440p 144, 1080p 240, or 4K 60.
Gotcha.
But we got it down. It took a while. It was not a fun process. It was like the amount of late nights that I've spent between streaming and just this whole thing, and like at one point my blue snowball mic that I used to use was crashing my PC, and that was rough. So it was a whole process. But anyways, for those who I don't know how much of I've included of this conversation in this video so far, but you know, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just talking about streaming issues, recording issues, all that jazz, but we don't gotta stay on that topic.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. Blue microphones, because the truth of the matter is I used to have a blue snowball and that thing was a piece of I hated that thing.
It was for the price, it was a great sounding mic, but like it has
so many compatibility issues.
Yeah.
Like if there's a Windows update, your thing is not going to work until Blue updates it, and they just never update that mic.
Yeah. Eventually, I just went and bought a. You're not gonna like this, a Blue Yeti. But the Blue Yeti actually, like, the Yeti actually works.
Well, it's like one of the most popular like USB mics of all time, I think. So it's like it's been updated for 10 years or something like that.
Lots of streaming,
I'm surprised because the snowball
issues.
was also like very popular, so I don't know why.
Watch out, you got a whole gang over there.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know, moral of the story: if you're trying to become a streamer or something, you're probably gonna deal with a lot of issues, and it's not gonna be fun. But eventually, you'll get it. So that's it for the story. I don't want to keep talking about the recording stuff since we're in the match now. But yeah, I've had issues. I'll just put it at that.
Yeah,
lots of late nights spent trying to fix it, but we're just gonna focus on RIESE now. I'm on RIESE, like the little kid said.
I'm on RIESE.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna open up over here.
Hey, there's a teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
The shadow of a teddy bear.
I remember always like paying attention to that, like when I played, because I used to be. I don't know if I told you, but funny story. I didn't know that public match existed in zombies and in World at War until RIESE. Because I was like 7 years old.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And anyways, I could only play with like my dad and my cousin because they're the only other people who played, and I was too scared to play solo. But when I found out the public match existed, and this is when RIESE came out, I found out about it. I was like so ecstatic. Obviously now, like, you know, public match is a giant meme, but like back then I was so ecstatic to have other people to play with.
That's funny.
I remember I'd be so obsessed with joining a RIESE match, getting like as far away from this barrier as I possibly could, the one with the teddy bear shadow. And I remember I just used the Car 98 on that Xbox 360 freaking terrible field of view trying to hit headshots. And I remember just like 7-year-old me thought that was the most fun thing ever, like trying to get precise, you know, Chris Kyle snipes across the map.
Yes.
It's the little things. Like when you're young, you're just entertained by so much. It's so great.
So little, yeah.
Or so little, yeah.
It's incredible.
So much and so little.
I'll tell you what, in zombies public matches, I used to be a menace. And it's not because I did anything bad or something like that. Like, well, one time I was playing Mob of the Dead with some people in public match, and they were trying to do the Easter egg. And at the time, I didn't even know that Easter eggs were even a thing. I was just playing Mob of the Dead. And they were trying to get the warden's key, and I didn't know that it was an important piece, so I picked it up. And then we took the gondola, and I quit and disconnected while on the gondola.
Ooh.
But I had the warden's key. Ooh. And for whatever reason, it was a still pretty new map, so it didn't respawn. And I remember receiving a message while I was playing like NHL 11, and they were like, "Yo, where's the warden's key?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I picked it up." And they're like, "You did what?" It's like, "Yeah, but I quit." They're like, "We know."
Oh, Dude, there were 2 occasions on public match that kind of stand out to me. Well, actually, there's more than that, but one, for example, was I remember there was like this Saturday morning that I woke up. I was just hopping on the RIESE as happy as could be because I didn't have to go to school. I remember me and this group got to like 20 something. I hope you have a decent gun. Oh, you got the good hair. All right, let's just stay back here. I remember we got to like 20 something and I got the Wonder Wall for the first time. Do you know where we were camping for high rounds? Just think about our strat. Of all the strats that you could imagine on Doris, just take a guess at what we did. And it was a camp strat.
You guys probably just camped in spawn, eh?
No, we camped in the furnace room. We camped in the furnace room, and I just remember like sweating my butt off, so excited that I was in like the early 20s. I was like, this is the highest I've ever been. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was so hyped, but
absolutely.
yeah, those are good times. And then I remember like when BO1 came out, a friend of mine, like Moon came out and I was loving Moon. I remember back then I wasn't able to do like any Easter eggs because I had friends to play with, but not like a ton, and we weren't that committed because, you know, back in the day you had to have 4 players for an Easter egg mostly.
Right.
I remember my friend texted me one morning, and this was like before the kid even went to school. Like he knocked this out before he went to school, and he was like, hey, me and some public match guys just did the Moon Easter egg. And I was like, huh? How did you even pull that off? And then he sent me the screenshot or the picture of his achievement, and my guy literally did the Moon Easter egg on like the first month of it being out on public match.
Wow.
Like that was one of the most insane things ever. I don't know how he pulled that off.
That is nuts. And the zombies community is still pretty young at this point, right?
Oh
so,
yeah,
like,
this was
people have only just
Moon
discovered
came
that
out.
Easter eggs exist.
I think Moon came out like August of 2011. This had to have been like August, September of 2011. And my man did the Moon Easter egg public match with randoms.
Yo, that is pretty nuts.
It was pretty. I remember I was really upset because back then I would like get super upset when I was left out of stuff. So I remember I was like super upset. I was like, "Why'd you do it without me?" I remember I was like about to burst into tears.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Those are emotional times.
Yeah, plus again, like I started young, alright? I was like 8, 9.
Yeah.
I think BO1 I was, well, at that point I was probably 10. I think I was 10 at that point. Anyways, I need to buy Jug. And do you have a good gun?
I only have the Gourd.
Okay, you need to get a better gun like right now, brother.
Wait, did I just...
You just bought the teleporter?
Yeah.
Alright, let me come help you out because you're probably gonna get your cheeks clapped. Bro bought the teleporter after linking it.
I bought it and I didn't even teleport. I ran away. I was like, yeah, let me go back to this one I just activated and activate it again.
Yeah, that was... I don't even know what to say about that. Alright, I guess just try to get some points.
Listen, I just started playing zombies yesterday. I'm still pretty new at this.
Yeah, you're pretty new.
Yeah, never played this game
If
before.
you stay back here. I'll watch your right if you want to get the front.
That's what she said.
Hold on a minute.
Cue the Michael Scott clip.
I was laughing pretty hard when you included that in that spawn room video we did. I'm gonna pick this up so you can just safely go get a better gun.
There we go.
You worry me when we're on like round 7 and you got a Gewehr, no Jug.
Yes.
My God. Like I said before we started, I was like, you need to try your absolute hardest. Please, this ain't your hardest, is it?
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr.
Lucky Sevens.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Wait,
No.
hold up, pause.
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 Oh.
Pause. Wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
All right, let's go to the catwalk. Let's chill out the catwalk. Have a nice vacation at the catwalk.
Yes.
Why can't they make a camp spot like this again? Like the only other
right?
camp spot that I can think of that rivals the catwalk, and it's not even as good, is Buried Jug Hallway.
Yeah.
But like
Buried
this is
Jug
still better
Hallway
though
is-
because you have a window to jump out of. Buried Jug Hallway, you're committed. Unless you have the paralyzer, then you can fly over your friend as he gets trapped in a corner. I've done that a few times.
Listen, that was the OG money move.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
be honest here.
Oh yeah. The money move. A big money move.
Big money move.
Oh, God. Why would you want to do that, Dempsey? Dude wants to swim in zombie guts. Alright, I'm at the
Listen,
box.
He's another breed.
He is another breed. He's been experimented on by Richtofen, you know?
Yes, doesn't remember who he is. You know what? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you're on the town Friday night, wake up Tuesday morning.
We talking about the transit town?
I want to.
Eat trench gun, brother. Oh yeah, even the trench gun papped in like the early 20s was like a 3-shot to the dogs.
Jeepers. These World at War dogs, they're
built different.
built different.
They are built inhuman. I do like the sound this boy makes. Big Chungus gun.
Hey.
Let me go hit the box and get some of that double tap root beer, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Oh god. I'll pick it up, but it's a risky maneuver.
Oh,
it's a risky maneuver
to get that on.
It's a risky maneuver, but I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'll just have to use it precisely.
Precisely. What am I stuck on?
It'll add to like the experience, you know. If I zap myself, oh well. Are you still using the Gewehr?
Listen, no.
Brother.
No, I'm using the Thompson. See?
Yeah, uh-huh.
There we go, precise shot. You had me worried when you were shooting that Gewehr in that word. Playing risky. Risky.
Risky business over here.
Risky business. It's like I'm supposed to be competing, but I'm so worried about you.
That's what a true friend is doing here.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm still without Jug. I would like to go get it, but I'm a little bit scared.
I'm sorry. What now? You don't have Jug?
No.
And you were doing those trains?
Yeah, bro.
Dang, you're just on a different level. You just built different.
I'm pretty good.
You're just built. Okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and put a flashback of the knocked game up.
No need for that.
Hey, I didn't do much better after that. That Varuk game, bro. I just put the Thompson away. Come on now. That Varuk game humbled me. It was pretty rough. Panzer
Oh, there
Shrek.
it is. The weapon of all time.
Yeah, Panzer Shrek is the greatest weapon of all time, said Chaos X Silencer.
Yes. You know what the greatest map of all time is?
The best zombies map of all time. Kino der Toten Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
We got
what about
MG?
Ooh. What about Kino der Toten Black Ops 3?
Oh, it's the second greatest map of all time. The only reason it's not first is because it's not the original.
What about Kino der
It's like
Toten Stage and Revelations?
Oh, that's the third best zombies map of all time.
Ooh.
Only that portion, though.
Yeah, only that portion.
Why? Because it's Kino.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. And Kino's just better. It's just built different.
It's just built different.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think the reception of Kino would be if it came out on World at War instead of Black Ops 1?
Disappointing.
You think so?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think back then it wouldn't be disappointing because back then people had a different perception of like what a new zombies map should offer. It's like back then they'd just be like, oh, a cool new area to play in. Like it wouldn't be a big issue back then. However, now obviously it would not go over that well.
I think, here's what I think. I think World at War players would have been astonished, and maybe Kino der Toten would be considered people's favorite instead of Der RIESE, because it was just a bigger, better version on the original engine. But I also think it would have hindered the mode from becoming what it eventually became, because that means that the only map to launch on Black Ops 1 would have been 5.
Yeah.
And I think that would have killed the series.
True. I mean, it's definitely a good thing that Kino launched on BO1. I think back then there wouldn't have been a big difference whether or not it released on World at War or BO1, at least for Kino. Like, obviously, like you said, like, if it released on World at War and 5 was the only map on BO1, there'd be probably some backlash. But, I don't know, like, I think that whether or not Kino was on World at War or BO1, I don't think Kino's reception would have changed a lot back then.
That's fair.
But that's just my opinion. But I do have to disagree that Kino's a bigger, better version of Der RIESE. I still think Der RIESE is better.
I disagree too. Like, I think Der RIESE is a better map overall than Kino, but I don't know if I would have that same opinion
if it was in World at War.
Launched on the same game.
That, you know, that's fair. That's fair. I could see that. But I just, like I said, it's hard to say like how we'd feel back then because back then our perception of zombies was entirely different.
True. Yeah.
So like I don't think
It's easy for me to
people
say that now, having the knowledge that I have.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know there were a lot of people who didn't like Transit on BO2. Absolutely, there were a lot of people who didn't. But there were also a lot of people who were like just happy to have a new Zombies map.
True.
Like, I don't think it was until like BO3 really when like quality became a lot more of a standard in Zombies. I think before BO3, it was like, oh, new Zombies map, let's play and have fun. BO3 onward, I feel like people are more concerned about the quality.
That's actually a really good point. You know, Jason Blundell made some of the greatest Zombies maps of all time, kind of showed you what a Zombies map could be.
And again, don't get me wrong, like, there were plenty of people that were upset with BO2, like, Transit Die Rise. But there were a lot more people that were fine playing Zombies. I mean, there's an unhealthy amount of people that I've seen who unironically think that Transit is one of the best maps because it was like the only map on BO2 they had to play and they just loved it.
True. Yeah,
So-
that's actually a really good point.
And I think the Zombies community needs to understand that even though it's the hardcore that keeps it like going on online and keeps, you know, the content like coming out and just keeps the buzz around the mode coming out, there's way more casuals than hardcore.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where I was talking to my friend the other night, and this is just a perfect example of it. And he's in the Air Force now. And anyways, like, he was playing Origins, and we were doing the first room challenge together yesterday. And a bunch of his like Air Force buddies were in the room, and like they had played Zombies, but like they weren't like super, you know, into it or whatever. And they were like, oh yeah, I think I kind of remember this map. But like even people like them, you know, maybe like you wouldn't expect them to really be caring too much about video games or Zombies. Like they were like, oh yeah, I played some Zombies back in the day. It's like there's always going to be a lot more casuals. Like
That's true.
people like us who make videos on it, we're the minority for the most part.
Yeah, that's actually a super valid point.
And I'm not saying
Probably-
that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's. Oh, I think I'm dead. Yep, there it is.
Well, there it is. Rip the conversation. RIESE is
Oh.
over. World at War is over. I have won. I succeeded.
Oh no.
I
On to
can't
Black
believe
Ops.
it.
We'll see who wins Black Ops.
We'll see who wins Black Ops. That was truly one of the. I'm just gonna end the video. I don't even know what to say.